in an ideal situation, the book fits perfectly in the smaller tray, and the larger tray fits perfectly around the smaller one. So in order to get to that final product, you have to be, again, just like with the slipcase, very precise in your measurements. So I sent you this worksheet. Sorry for the typo. Can't be good at everything, you guys. Anyways, this worksheet, and basically, if you get these initial measurements accurate and you follow the math, that gives you all of the accurate measurements for cutting all of your boards and for your cloth. So in this situation, the majority of like the cutting work gets done first. So the very first thing I want you guys to do today is to take the book that you're working on, or that you're casing in, do the measurements, formulate all the calculations here, and then start cutting. So there's not a whole lot that I can tell you, you know, about cutting, except for you want to think about it in the same way. I brought this as an example. So I try to lay out my boards in such a way that it eliminates inaccuracy, right? And any more cutting is another chance for you to like cut something wrong. So what I did here, anything that's the same length gets sat next to each other. So I'm going to cut this first and then cut these apart so that these are at the same distance, right? I talked to you about that. And the same thing for here. So when you're looking at your formula, your calculation worksheet, things are in pairs, right? So this is a length and a width for a board, right? This is a length and a width for a board, and so on and so forth. So you have to pair them. There's some things it doesn't say on here, and one of those is that you need to double the short wall. You need to make 2 of them, right? Which you guys would understand in construction, but just be aware. It doesn't say that on here, so the short side, make sure you make 2. But otherwise, I'm going to give you some time to do that. You won't probably complete it before I call you back around. That's how today's going to go. But you can get started on that, and then I'll call you back around for constructing and covering. And then I'll give you a little break to work, and then I'll call you back around for final assembly. Okay? So, worksheet, book. Oh, and my thoughts on this, since we added this as a kind of extra thing, are that if you complete it and bring it back to me, it will be 5 additional extra credit points right on the top of your grade, which is a big deal. That can actually be the difference of a letter grade on a project. But this is a substantial piece of work, right? So anyways, I want you to work at it. Don't let it affect your final project. But certainly, you know, pay attention today, cut things out, learn how to glue them together, so that you know you have the knowledge for how to make it.
And is that due the same day with the final project?
Sure. And then you guys who are recording, if you send me that video, I'll put it on Blackboard. Okay? So in like with this today, at the end of the day, I have some notes that I can email you to, so that you have the steps from my voice, basically in text. All right? It's very serious. You guys know what your mission is?